following is an unpaid preview for a game seeking funding on Kickstarter. The product seen here is a work in progress and is subject to change during the duration of the project. Hi everyone, I'm Ferdinand the Carpet Stacker, and welcome to the Kickstarter preview to 40 Thieves from Jackbro. This is a memory game where you're trying to collect sapphires. So let's go ahead and go into the overview and get my impressions afterwards. 40 Thieves is a memory game. Your goal is to collect as many sapphires while avoiding gaining evil eyes. The way the game works is you have a 4x4 grid of face-down tiles. In order to gain sapphires, you must flip up a group of 4 tiles in a row, column, diagonal, or a square. They need to be either different colors, different symbols, identical colors, or identical symbols. If you're correct, then you can steal a nearby sapphire from the line or the center sapphire of a square. If you're wrong, then you receive an evil eye worth a negative point. On a player's turn, they first draw a tile. Then they have 3 phases, all which are optional, and the last being that you can try to gain a sapphire as mentioned before. One is to glimpse. Look at a tile and put it back. Most of the time it will be a regular thief tile. Sometimes it will be a special tile. If you uncover a sapphire, then you can gain a sapphire. The lantern allows the player to reveal nearby cards. The amulet counts as a wild and is kept secret. And finally, the dagger hurts the player by discarding their hand. Next is making an action by playing a card. From the cards of the player's hand, they can replace a tile from their hand with one on the board, interchange any adjacent tile on the board, or play a special tile. The amulet gets rid of an evil eye, and a sapphire is a free sapphire gained. When there are no more sapphires on the board, the game has ended. The players count out 1 point for each sapphire and take away a point for each evil eye. The winner is the player with the most points. And it's time to go into my first impressions of the game. So, the game itself is a memory game, and I think it's a very interesting one. There's been memory games that have been coming out lately, and I think this one does touch it in a much different way. First of all, I really like the collecting of the sapphires. There's different rows and kind of things you can do to collect these sapphires, and as the sapphires that get collected, it gets smaller and smaller, and there's more competition to collect some of the last sapphires. The next thing is that there are different ways to score when you're scoring to get the sapphires. I mean, there's different ways, like they're either the different symbols or colors or the identical symbols and colors. So there's different ways to score, so it gives you a lot of flexibility in that. And the other thing is that I really like there's some strategy play with the tiles. When you're playing with them, you can swap out tiles, you can move them around, and even play them and or take them that way. So there is a lot of sense of strategy in this game. Personally, for me, I would say that the game itself, as a memory game, is kind of medium light difficulty, between kind of there. You don't have to keep memorizing everything, but you have to pay attention what's going on the board most of the time in each player's turn. When people are scoring for the cards, they might switch them out, and if you don't pay attention to that, you might get something bad. Because if you do flip it up and you get it incorrect, that's going to give a lot of information to the other players, and they will take advantage of that. So you really have to be on your toes of keeping track of the tiles. And it's a 4x4 grid, so it's not that big to keep track of. And you don't have to keep track of the whole board, you just have to keep track on the part you're trying to score for. Another neat thing in the game are these special cards, and they're kind of like a little surprise when you're playing through the game, when you're figuring out when you're flipping up them. Everyone wants at least to flip up the sapphire card, which gives you a free sapphire. My favorite is the amulet, which counts as a wild. Also, there is the lantern, which it reveals a lot more cards, but it also gives another more information to the other players. With that, the dagger card is like, for me it's give or take, but you do want to keep dagger card handy just in case something is not going to do right with you. And the last thing I'd like to touch on is the art and the overall look of the game. I do dig the art. I heard that they're going to kind of have all 40 thieves to be different thieves, from even though they're going to look pretty much similar, they're going to change, I think, some of the either facial features or even the clothing. The other thing is I do like the overall kind of design of the game now. It's they're not cards. They're going to be like actual thick tiles, like almost like coasters, I think. And they're going to be started in the very cool looking cylinder box. So I can't wait for that. So for me, this is a wonderful memory game that keeps everyone involved. Has wonderful art. I do excited to see the components come up for this. So 40 Thieves is an excellent game, and I'm adding it to my recommended list. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to my channel for more videos on board and card games. This is the Cardboard Stacker, and remember to keep on stacking games.